Hi, my name's Mrs. Laws and I am the subject leader for biology, and this is my classroom. I just want to talk to you about what to expect when you come to William Hume. Our content in Year 12, we start off by building on what you've done at GCSE in terms of cell structure, and we look at structure of organelles and structures of different cells, and then we move on to cellular transport, and then we move on to immunity. So that's in one half. You'll have another teacher for the other half, and you'll start a really biochemistry based programme of study in that. So you'll be looking at biological molecules that are important in organisms, including things like ATP and DNA, carbohydrates and lipids, and you'll be looking at the biochemistry behind all those things. After Christmas, we'll move on to what is probably my most interested part of biology, which is looking at DNA and mechanisms of inheritance. And you will look at those things both within the human population and with wider animals as well. In Year 13, we take what we've learned at Year 12, so all that basic core biochemistry, and then we apply it to the really complex mechanisms that are involved in respiration and photosynthesis. So really step up from what you've learned at GCSE from that. You'll also learn about homeostatic mechanisms of control in the human body, and then you'll go on to more detailed mechanisms of genetic inheritance, including different inherited diseases, which again I think is the most interesting part of biology, especially in the current times. And then we kind of finish and round off Year 13 at looking at how we can use our knowledge of DNA in terms of DNA technology and how we can actually alter the genome of the human for the benefit of health. So in terms of classroom activities, you can expect some teacher-led activities, so some lecture-style lessons. There's a lot of knowledge to learn in biology, so there is some direction from the teacher. But in addition to that, you can expect some group work, so kind of consolidating the things that you've been learned and then presenting those back to the class. We do a lot of exam practice because it's really important that you are able to apply what you've learned in class to those exam questions because they can be quite tricky. In addition to all those kind of theory-led sides of biology, we do have a really strong core practical aspect to our subject. You have 12 practicals that you have to do over the course of the 2 years that are assessed, and it is a pass-fail assessment procedure, but there are different skills and different attributes of practical work that are assessed over that period of time. In terms of subject enrichment, we have in the past had sixth formers that have taught younger pupils in the primary phase, so we've gone across to the primary phase that we've got on site here, and they've done some organ dissection workshops with them, so some heart dissections or eye dissections, and they've led those after being trained by us. We have a biology support that's on once a week, which is basically a drop-in session, so people can come and use it as a private study area or come and seek out support and help if they need it. We are planning some university visits, so to come and go and do some of those core practicals instead of doing them in our labs here. The universities offer some of those on their sites, so you'll get to go and see their facilities. And we also do a day visit to the coast to go and do some environmental sampling, again one of your core practical activities. We find that most of the people that choose biology here at William Hume choose it because they want to pursue a career in medicine and dentistry and pharmacy. Those are the predominant three. But we also have people that are thinking about going on into medical research or environmental science or environmental protection and sustainability. So it's really quite wide range and far reaching. In terms of how you're assessed, obviously within school over the 2 years we've got periodic assessments in class, end of unit tests, core practicals, but ultimately the exam board assessment, which is AQA, you'll be doing 3 papers, 2 hours each paper, and the first paper is on Year 12 content, the second paper is on Year 13 content, and the third paper could be from either of the 2 years, and that will include a 25-mark essay question. So we will work at some point over the year to work up those essay skills within you. So in terms of the skills that you need to be a successful biologist, I would say first and foremost, most importantly, you need to have a passion for the subject and you need to be interested in it because there's a lot to learn. You need to be hard-working because you really need to invest time yourself to be able to get yourself up to scratch. You need to have pretty decent math skills because there is a small but significant element of the course that involves maths. But you also need to, again, most of all, have a passion for the subject. I look forward to seeing as many of you as possible in September.